kids. Inverted Cow here, and welcome to The Long Dark. Story mode finally was released. Unfortunately, when it first came out, I had to wait for a couple of updates to come through because, well, it wouldn't play on my computer. So, everybody else who has done Long Dark playthroughs on the Wintermute story mode has had a head start on me by about 3 or 4 days. I finally got it working the other day. There was an update yesterday. I played on this for a little bit, but we're going to do a new game. And this is story mode. I'm going to let it play. I have made it to the second episode, but the way it starts, it's very much a tutorial start. So that's how we're going to pick up. As you can see, it does start with very slow intro, cutscene, all that kind of stuff, but it takes a few seconds. And you start off with oh, quit moving, will ya? I'm still playing, of course, with the joystick as opposed to the there we go, as opposed to the mouse and keyboard. So expect a few difficulties. Welcome to The Long Dark. Now we do have a mission update, so we bring this up. Remain exposed, you'll die. Find the cave shelter. Start a fire so you don't freeze to death. And find or make a bandage to make it stop. Okay. So we're not doing too healthy, but hey, I'm stuck in some kind of ravine. Stuck in a ravine. I'm going to try to fix his sound here after we have got to a certain point. So I apologize for the fact that it's very hard to hear what he says. I've tried adjusting the sound a couple of times here. Look in the first aid kit. Whoops. First aid. Study your treatments and learn to triage. You will die in the wilderness. Yeah, no kidding. Controls. Yes. All right. As I said, very tutorial. There we go. Heal the blood loss. We're not going to break that down just yet. We're just going to do a little snooping around here. Sticks. Alright, we'll break one of these down. We've got no abilities to sprint or maneuver, and a lot of the interactions that we normally try to do are non-functional. For example, I can't harvest rose hips or some of the other things that you would normally do playing in survival mode. Oh, I can. Yeah, okay, yeah, see, I don't need those yet. Can't chop those. Okay, yes, alright, fine. Now, one of the things that does happen is, unlike survival mode, when you die, you can pick up from the last save game. Fire. Yes, it tells you about fire. You can pause here and read the whole thing if you want. Some people have had an issue where they have placed the fire in between the bones, and then when they respawn in the morning, they're standing in the fire and they can't get out and they burn to death. So for whatever reason, although that looks like a perfectly good fire spot and this would look like a place to sleep, do not place the fire between the bones. I tend to stick it up here. Okay, and stick and give her. It worked. Hallelujah. You got yourself a campfire going.
That's all I have in me. I'm gonna lay down before I fall down.
Seriously. And he falls asleep.
So thirsty. Gotta be a way to melt some snow.
Status, your early warning signal. Bring up your status, of course. Everybody knows. Right in the middle. You are concussed, badly bruised, and feeling weak. Your hand was wounded, and you cannot climb or hold weapons until it heals through rest. You're dehydrated and ravenous. And as I said, remember, it's been starting some people over here. Yeah. So let's look around. Actually, before we continue, okay, kids, sorry about that. Tried very hard to adjust the sound, but it actually caused my system to crash. Not once, but about 7 times before I finally got back into the game with my recording software on. There's some conflict with the recording soundware, the microphone recording system, the fraps that I'm using, something. I don't know what it is. And if you tell me to use OBS Studio, I would say great, as long as you can help me get it to function, because last time I tried, I couldn't even get it to work. So I can't hear a damn word that he's saying, and unfortunately I can't adjust the sound to actually be listenable. There we go. Okay, there's food. Showing water purification tablets right there. But we're going to break this down. Handy wood matches. Okay. Yes, yes. Thank you. Make fire, melt snow. It's very, 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 very scripted story mode in the first chapter, the first little bit. Anybody who's played Long Dark will probably find this incredibly frustrating for the first the first little bit. But it's very, very tutorial based, the first episode. It's like how to make fire, how to walk through things, how to, you know, everything. Okay, yeah, we'll fire this up. We're going to make water. Okay, there we go. We've got an hour of cooking time. We're going to melt a liter of water. And because we get so many of these water tablets, I'm just using them. Okay. Now, what bugs me is they still haven't given you a way to drink directly, like eat and drink right when you're sitting there looking at campfire.
Shit. Cut smarts.
Okay, now we need to go
Better make sure it doesn't get
first aid infection status. Yes, okay. Plane crash. Healed infection risk. Okay.
I don't feel so good. I need to rest up.
And we get a chance to glimpse at your journal and you pass out.
The weather's turning bad. I'm gonna need a good long fire to keep from freezing to death.
Okay. And again, you start out hooked in the bones. So now our mission is to make fire. Build a fire that will last for 9 hours. So up to this point we've been building just little half-hour campfires. So break some of this stuff down.
Getting colder. If I don't have enough firewood to last the night,
Yeah.
I'll make it.
And miraculously there's fresh cedar firewood, extra crates that weren't here before. Particularly one full of books.
So cold. Just want to lay down for a bit.
Yeah, he's tired and he crankies and he whines. Video games have a nasty habit of being very whiny sometimes. Come on, pick it up. Okay, if you've scooped up all the visible wood, you should be able to now make your 9-hour fire. So go to the campfire. Again, doesn't matter what you use for tinder. So use the stuff up. Where are we at? 9 hours.
good.
There we go.
Now, to warm up before I freeze to death.
Get your body temperature warm by the fire. Stand by the fire, make yourself warm. There we go. That's roasting chestnuts on an open fire.
That should last me through the night. So tired.
See, now as soon as he starts warming up, he passes out. Day 4.
Thought that storm would never end.
Now we're going to learn about foraging for food. Five hours on the burn time on the fire. That's going to keep cooking. Crows are your best survival tool. Yeah, okay. Hear crows, follow crows, find food. That's basically what they're telling you. I'm searching for any more sticks and branches. Alright.
It was a hell of a storm last night.
Can't hear a word he said, so I have no idea what he's talking about. But look it, there's a convenient deer. And a stick. A backpack that we can't use, and Astrid's hard case. You'll get a cutscene now.
Jackrabbit Remote Transport, Mackenzie speaking. Whoa, slow down, Maureen. What are you talking about? It's okay, Maureen. I've got it from here.
Hello, Will.
Hello, Will.
What are you doing here?
It's been a while, I know.
Yeah. Years. I haven't heard from you since...
I know. And I wouldn't be here if it weren't important.
Well... What brings you... I mean... Are you sick?
No, not me. But I need to get to someone who is.
Right. So you're still a doctor?
Yes, I'm still a doctor.
Congratulations.
I thought that after... Why are you here?
I need your help. There's an isolated community in the northern part of Great Bear. Someone there is very sick.
Great Bear? There's nothing there anymore. Not since...
I know. But I have to get there.
Still trying to save the world, huh?
Somebody has to.
What's that supposed to mean?
Mackenzie... Will... I didn't come here to fight about the past. I need a pilot to take me somewhere remote. Someone who won't ask too many questions. Someone I can trust.
Wait. Questions? Astrid, are you in trouble?
Are you gonna help me, or not?
What's in the case?
See, there's that thing about no questions, remember?
What's in the case, Astrid?
No questions.
Look, the weather out there is bad. Bad. But it's getting worse. You walk in here after years. I could have been dead. You could have been. And then you show up and you want me to just risk my life flying into the middle of the great northern nowhere to deliver you in some mystery metal case to some remote wilderness outpost. All because you walked in here and asked me to?
Yes.
Sounds legit.
You can't bring him back.
This isn't about that.
I know how hard it's been.
No. You don't know, Mackenzie. You don't know anything.
You don't think I feel it too?
Are you gonna take me or not? The longer I wait, the worse it'll get. Damn it. I don't have time for this.
Wait. The worse what we'll get? Why do I have a feeling you're not talking about the weather?
Because I'm not.
Throw your bags in the plane. I'll get started on pre-flight. Better buckle up tight, because it's gonna be a rough ride.
Will, you're my hero.
Whatever's in this case, Astrid was ready to die for it. I hope she hasn't already done it.
Okay, we gotta wait while Will says something, mutters under his breath. Okay, Will's coat. Now, if you look at the inventory on your clothes, you'll see that it says frozen in bright blue letters underneath the bottom of the coat. Wearing this coat now is pointless. It's basically wrapping yourself in ice. Not necessarily recommended.
Probably climbed.
So we're just going to grab some sticks and some stuff, and we're going to go carve ourselves up some deer meat
This doesn't look too good.
with a sharp chunk of metal. Take it all. Take it all, Will. Good boy. Good boy. You're such a good boy, Will. Raw meat. We'll kill you. Yeah, okay. Hope you read all that. If you didn't, pause, read it, enjoy. Basically tells you all the things you need to know about eating raw meat. Now, again, this guy's like trying to walk an egg up a hill. It doesn't exactly go smoothly, and he gets caught on the smallest of bumps. So now we do have a fire going for like 9 hours. So we're going to go in here, we're going to go cook some meat. Depending on how many hours we've lost on Astrid, 3 hours. Okay, right trigger and cook up this meat. So we're just going to pick this up after I got the meat cooked. Okay, there we go. We have made ourselves a delightful feast of fresh deer meat. Oops. And melted water. And now he's going to sleep again, I think. Explore the ravine, see if you can climb out of the ravine. Okay, so we got 2 more things to take care of. See if we can get out of the ravine. There is climbing hill spots over here on the far end of the tree. Come on, Will. We'll take that. Yes, you can use that. And oh, there you go. It twisted your ankle. Good job, Will. Now, oh, how about that? Information about rose hips.
May as well rest up. No telling what tomorrow will bring.
Now, for some reason, it immediately heals, and so there's still a glitch here. It heals and it reports you back to the thing.
I feel stronger today. I think I can climb out of here now.
Okay, so I'm going to end here. I'm going to say thanks all for watching, kids. I will pick it up right back here tomorrow on the next episode, and we'll continue onward. So thanks all for watching, and good night for now.